Meet Bridget and Jen, your go-to gals for laughs, wisdom, and real talk on the podcast Don't Get Me Started. From relationships to finding joy, they'll keep you inspired and entertained through life's adventures after 50. So hit that subscribe button and join Bridget and Jen for Don't Get Me Started, because life's too short for boring conversations.
Episode 10, Fountain of Youth. Take one.
Here we go. Okay. Before we start, I think we really need to acknowledge our cute matching shirts that they sent.
Oh, I thought you were going to acknowledge the dog on your lap.
Oh, well, that too.
Yes.
It was special guest star.
We're twinsies today.
Yeah. Annabelle.
I used to made these for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So it's the first and last time we're going to match, just so you know. Okay.
Well, I mean, we'll wear them again.
Unless we get that sweater.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And it's going to be good.
What?
We're talking about aging.
Fountain of Youth.
Yeah.
Gracefully, or are you going into it kicking and screaming? What are you aging and the Fountain of Youth? Are you going into it gracefully, or like, are you one of the when my hair goes gray, I'm letting it go gray kind of a gal?
So I think that's just it. I think there's many levels, right, to it.
Like the Richter scale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so where are you on? What's
happened?
Well, I don't know. Is that
Black marker?
Black marker. So I'm
nose.
good. I'm good.
Yeah,
It's not.
good.
Nothing's leaking.
No.
It's for our. We have cheap. We have card. Just so you know, behind the scenes, we have cardboard signs back there to remind us. So that's what that is. Anyway, where are you on the Richter scale of aging gracefully or kicking and screaming?
So I do get my hair done
Mm-hmm.
every 7 to 8 weeks.
You know that's going to change, don't you? It's going to be like every week and a half.
Oh. But you see, I don't like to sit there. I'm trouble sitting still for that.
Which, by the way, that's probably, I think, a lot of ladies. Well, this is a whole different. Like, I don't know if I should get into this. I should.
No.
It has to do with it.
Don't get started,
So
right?
I do watch. Yeah, don't get me started. I do watch a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, listen to.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, when I was listening to one of our podcasts on Apple, which
Mhm.
is just audio,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's not visual like
Right.
YouTube and Facebook and TikTok, etc. I talk a lot with my hands, which is why I always need the prop. I talk with my hands. So when I'm in audio only, the listener can't see that I'm not even, I have to, anyway, it's just something I have to work on. I have to be more vocal
Mm-hmm.
with my expressions, because when you're just listening to me, you can't see my hand gestures. Anyway, so I was listening to a woman and she was saying the reason why a lot of women choose to age gracefully. Don't throw hate at me on this, because I know, there's obviously very strong opinions on this, on aging.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
we are not here to judge.
no,
In fact, Bridget and I are probably the least judgy people. We want everybody to figure out what works best for them.
Yeah.
Like how,
correct.
whatever it is you're doing.
We're just giving you
We're just
what
telling
we
you our
do.
story.
Yeah. So I used to be the kind of person, of course, when I was younger, I'm going to age gracefully. That's what I used to say. Okay. Because I was younger and I didn't have anything to be concerned about at the time,
Right.
But now that it's happening,
Yeah.
I'm dibble-dabbling in different things and experimenting. And I think the bottom line is I'm doing it because, we need to love ourselves and be happy with ourselves. And doing just something little, like I'm jumping ahead of myself here, but just a little, like whether it's a tightening facial or Botox or something like that. Like the confidence it gives me,
Mm-hmm.
the boost that it gives me, that's all I need, But I think I think a problem that women our age fall into is they call it aging gracefully, but they're actually have given up on the hard work and the going in extra times or doing your extra skincare routine or slathering on another layer of, like I love just like coconut oil, and I don't know, like one of my little bit pet peeves is there are some beautiful women that just go gray.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, 20 years earlier than they should.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that said, before you go gray, ask your mom. Because if your mom is still dyeing her hair black and, working it,
Uh-huh.
I don't think she's going to want her 30-year-old daughter going gray. So, yeah, I don't know. Every once in a while, not so much now, like, look, okay, I've got dreads. Okay. So I was very surprised not too long ago when I had all the dreads taken out of my hair. I started from scratch. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what my root hair was going to look like. I didn't know if I was going to be, and I was very surprised, that my salt and pepper is all here.
Okay.
And so I don't, so far I don't dye it. I mean, if the sun hits a certain way, you can really see it. But so I used to be a age gracefully girl, team graceful, but I'm kicking and screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I plan on, I plan on doing what I can do until the day I can't do that anymore.
Yeah. What about like Botox and stuff?
The Battle of the Wrinkles. Okay.
Again, not judging. We just want to throw that out
We
there.
listen and we don't judge. Okay, so I will speak from the side of Botox and fillers. Okay. And I think the most important thing, if you're gonna dabble in that, and you may, if you haven't already, is the most important thing is you have to partner with somebody. Like you can't just get a coupon Groupon and look for the cheapest place to go. Because I've done that. Okay, I'm telling you because I've done that.
Yeah.
All right. You need to partner with somebody that you love. That my girl, Dr. Jules, she's the kind of doctor that is continuously educating herself, going to seminars, it's evolving, and Botox can be scary. You can look up horror stories on, any social media. The doctor that does your face, Botox numbs, if you don't know, Botox numbs the muscle. So when you have all these, laugh lines, like your forehead here and here, the more you use them, the deeper they're going to appear. Okay, so the Botox basically numbs them so that they don't appear when you make those facial expressions. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Filler. Okay, so Botox is, you can, I don't know, I think every 6 months, once a year. I mean, some people just like anything else get a little bit fanatic and.
Yeah, a lot of people do it every 3 months.
Oh,
Yeah.
Botox?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's the other part. You have to be able to afford it.
Yeah.
You have to be more able to afford it. And Dan and I, I don't involve my husband really in anything that I do to my face.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually, it's the rule that I have is, and my face doctor knows this,
Mm-hmm.
like anything you do it can't be like, I don't want to walk in the house and have my husband say,
what did you do?
yeah. I mean, a couple of times. I mean, so now he's pretty aware of, so now I'll let him know what I'm going to do, because what happens is when you get so when you get Botox, you know, there's like certain spots, and that's why your doctor has to be really good, because you don't want to get shot in an area that's
Right.
gonna numb a muscle that you want to use.
Right.
Okay. So,
It's
but
called frozen face.
oh, is it?
Yeah, I'll explain.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, I've had some bruising, like usually. So I've also done lip filler, and that I love. That's my favorite. Like, you know what? Keep my lines here. My doctor, Dr. Jules, she can't help but want to smooth my forehead. If I started, and I probably will, like, see, I can't say never, you know, but I don't mind the laugh lines. I don't mind the forehead, but keep my mouth beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That's for me. But I'll get bruising, and I can't hide that.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets a little bit swollen, and then
Mm-hmm.
you know, bruising, and then it'll be, you know, so he'll see that.
Yeah.
You know, but I have a little hack for that. I have a little hack for that, and it really worked last time I got. So arnica, you heard of it?
No.
Arnica. Arnica. It's very, very minty, and I have it in a balm. So I put it on my mouth. It's actually another hack you can just put on wrinkles, but it's a balm you put on, and it really cuts the bruising life cycle in half.
Oh.
And I buy arnica pills. So if I know that like in 4 weeks, I'm going to go see Dr. Jules and get a little bit of lip filler, which what that does for me is it gets rid of the smoker's lines. I can't stand them. I think nothing ages a woman, me, more than looking like, I don't want to look like a Florida cracker. I don't. And that, so, you know, I don't want, you know, so, arnica tablets a week before you go, and then arnica balm. So, it's your turn now. Your turn, Jen. Your turn.
Yeah, so I don't know if you know this or not, but Sean is actually a Botox administrator. He does Botox.
Oh, very nice.
He has begged me.
Jen's husband.
Begged me. I just want to do yours. Not in a mean way, not because he's like, you need it. But he's like, it's free. Why wouldn't you want it? And I'm like, because I don't want it. He's like,
well, first of all, I have to say you don't need
but
it.
everybody, woman wants it. I'm like, but I don't want it. So anyway, no.
Does he do Botox and filler?
He does, he can, but he does not. He just does the Botox.
By choice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So he has, yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
you
how,
don't need it right now.
but that's how.
But that's
I know
good for the
that it's-
future.
So, I don't know. I don't know.
What do you think, Bubs?
Yeah. So anyway, a lot of the women that, you know, come to him are on a 3-month cycle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Same spot every 3 months?
Yes.
Wow.
I thought it was a lot. Well, and then, you know, I thought, like you had mentioned, the expense.
Oh, yeah, I didn't
You
finish
know?
that part. Yeah.
I mean, the expense is a lot. Now, granted, you and I forgot to do.
What?
This is
You
so
and I?
random.
You and
We forgot to do nail salon wisdom in episode 9.
I don't think anybody would have known that until you just said it.
I know. I just outed us.
That's all right. Oh, there goes the food truck. There goes the
You
food
have a
truck.
lot to say. So yeah, the expense, but I mean, you know, again, it goes back to what are you willing to spend your money on, right? Like some people might think it's very frivolous of you and I, the amount we spend on our nails. So it's all in what, and I think this is really what it comes down to. What makes you feel
Mhm.
good?
Mhm.
And that's what's important is, you know, is something, you know, that helps you to feel more like you.
Yeah, for sure. And I eased into it because I know that there are women with appointments before me and after me that spend 5 to 10 times more than I do.
Yeah.
I have a very fixed budget each visit, and Dr.
Yeah.
Jules knows what it is. So basically, so let's say I want to go in soon for some lip filler. Let's just say that. And first of all, just also so you know, I always say to Dr. Jules when I go there for other things, and I just get really close to her face and I say, "Is it time yet? Should I do anything?" And she's honest. She said no every single time so far, which is nice. I mean, she could just say,
yeah. She could say,
yeah,
yes. And
yeah. So I have to pick and choose when I make my appointments between, because with her I still do the semaglutide compound.
Yeah.
That's kind of a cheater's way. No, you said no. I know. That's so I still do that to curb my appetite. Okay. And so I'm due for another monthly dose of that.
Yeah.
And then, I guess Botox is always good. I could always get, some Botox, but you have to buy it by the vial,
right.
So you can't, that's a set price.
Uh-huh.
And then the same with filler, and so I usually don't go in for filler and Botox at the same time, so I have to pick and choose like where my funny money is going to go.
Right.
That month, I guess, month, and my funny money, you kind of grow into that expense, ladies. So if you're wondering like, how am I going to afford it? You figure it out. First of all, get a hobby, a paying hobby, a part-time job. I'm serious. I know people that do that. And, you just make it work. So,
well, I mean, don't you think it's also, think of how much people spend on other things, right? Like whether it's coffee or shoes or whatever.
Nails,
so
right.
It's all a part of some expense. And if you really want something, you find you move things around, right? I mean,
yeah, for sure. So you just make it happen, and so that's what I do. And it's like, thanks to you, honestly, it's my social media pennies, nickels, and dimes orders that's my funny money, my social media money. So thank you.
What if I share an anti-aging hack?
Of course. Yes. Let's
Are you
hear
ready
it.
for it?
Yeah.
Did you know that strength training is actually the fountain of youth and helps to reduce? It has an impact on over 500 of our genes. Yeah.
You tell.
Yeah.
Cortisone levels, all those things.
Strength training can help to reverse aging.
Okay, well,
Not a special pill or a shot or anything.
Well, I got my walks started in my head anyway on Sandham Road, and then my resistance push-ups in the doorway. But my alarm goes off every morning that says do 50. Also, I was listening to a doctor, and he basically said what Jen just said, which was you can start now. Like, it doesn't matter what your lifestyle was prior. You can start 40, 50, 60, and you exercise every day. You do something around the house, do something. You don't have to be an exercising person, but start in your 40s, 50s, or 60s. And he said, do something every day.
Yeah.
Do something every day, because you're gonna live longer,
right,
and stronger.
Well, and I think it's important to qualify what does that something mean, because some people might be like, well, I don't have all that time every single day. Well,
or
it doesn't have to be right, and it doesn't have to be this huge routine. It can be squats, sit to stand, a couple times a day. If you're sitting at your desk, several times a day, do some sit to stand from your chair.
Yeah.
And that's.
So I like this here. The mindset matters. Confidence as the real anti-aging secret. And that goes, and that goes with What's the matter? Oh,
You can't let him on.
keep that in the clip. Keep that in the clip. Okay, so two tiny things for me, which built, has built my confidence is my doorway push-ups, resistance push-ups. Like the wrinkles are going away, you guys, up here in my upper arm. The wrinkles are going away. So that, and you know that bothered me from losing the weight. I was getting wrinkles right here, which makes me look like an old lady. So look it. And getting the wrinkles gone from my upper lip. Confidence.
Mhm.
It is. It's so important.
Right.
Confidence and balancing self-care with self-acceptance, which kind of goes right, back in there.
Right. And I think especially as we're aging, the whole self-acceptance thing. Number one, we need to realize that we don't have our 20-year-old bodies. And that's okay. We need to start to, what can I do in this body? And how can I keep this body healthy enough to doing the things that I enjoy as I age, right?
Well, and it's all relative because what we have now, maybe we're sitting here unhappy with our butts, okay? 5 years from now, you're going to think that the butt you had now was fantastic.
Right.
And I don't think that any of us should mistake self-acceptance for laziness.
Well, that's important. That's just it. We shouldn't just throw our hands up in the air and be like, oh, screw it. I'm getting old. I'm just going to let it all go to hell in a handbasket. Right?
Exactly. And yesterday I was walking through Amavita, which is an assisted living place where my father-in-law is. And I had on these kind of leather-looking leggings. Okay, I had these like leather-looking leggings on, which I'm not a fan. Like if I stood in the mirror and looked at myself, I wouldn't wear them, but I didn't do that, so I wore them. And I'm walking through Amavita, and this little old lady comes up behind me with her walker, and she looked like a Spitfire. I mean, she looked like somebody that could have been me back in the day, and she was probably 95 or 100 years old. Okay, so she taps me on the shoulder and she said, "I love your pants." And I said, "Oh my goodness, thank you. Look at, aren't they nice?" And I like put them up the other guy so you can feel the pleather. And then she said, "Honestly, I have to tell you the truth. I was walking behind you staring at your tight ass." Okay, so first of all, we all know this is far from tight. Okay, but that's what I mean. It's relative.
Right.
It's relative.
Right.
So, yeah.
And I think, talking about being at Amavita, and looking around there at the different levels of health that these people are in, that's a great motivator to be like, okay, this person is how I would like to age, and this person is definitely not how I want to age, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because at the end of the day, we have a choice. We have a say in the path that we are going to take as we age.
I should carry around a microphone and do little mini interviews with people in Amavita.
Yeah. I mean,
don't worry, Amavita, I'm not going to do that. I will not
we're not
invade.
coming
I will
for
not
it.
invade your guest privacy.
Oh my God.
We are
Where
here.
are we? Oh,
Here,
oh,
here,
yeah.
here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's a good one. Okay, so this is for our listeners. Remember, we had our whole listener love episode because we love you and we want to hear from you. So tell us, right?
Yeah.
Your fountain of youth trip, and what's one thing you'll never do in the name of looking younger? Oh, that's a good question. What's one? Surgery. I don't think I would do surgery.
Okay, I said that probably when I was your age.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I had these babies done. Oh my God, 20 years. No, wait a minute. I don't know. 15 years ago. but I never, like,
Mhm.
I think I would, I think what I said was I would never do anything to my face.
Yeah. There you go.
But, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to cut into anything,
Yeah.
you know, but
Right.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
fountain
yeah.
of youth trick,
But-
whatever.
Yeah, but that we do want to hear from our listeners. What's one thing you will you think maybe that's just it. Maybe it's one thing you think you'll never do in the name
Right.
of looking younger,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you change your mind?
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's one thing you said. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we should do some nail salon wisdom this time since I outed us for skipping it last time. Aging is like fine wine. Some of us get better with time. Some of us need a little extra corkage.
Did I tell you that when because Jen puts together our itinerary, and I mean I look it over and we talk about it, but
We should add the fun stuff. I do the serious.
yeah.
She's
So
like, shouldn't we add something
Yeah.
fun in here?
Yeah.
We're supposed to have
A little
fun.
zhuzh, a little spice. So I honestly, I took that literally. When I saw nail salon wisdom, I thought that I was supposed to give you some actual nail salon wisdom. So that's what I wrote, every time. And actually, Jen just meant like nail salon gossip wisdom. But here's my nail salon wisdom for the day. So you all know that one of my kind of bad habits, although it's kind of a bad habit / obsession, is my nails. Okay, it just is. It's one of those things. And so I chopped them all down, to a normal active length, which is that. And a lot of you were like, "Yay, finally, you're more of a short nail girl. Good job, Bridget." But you know what? It's coming back in because I watched this woman, this gorgeous woman that I watch on TikTok. I follow her, and her name is Kelly, and I watched her like just yesterday, and she got her nails done.
Nice.
And I love what she got on her nails done though. They were back long again, like mine were.
Okay, but how do you prefer your nails? Do you like them short or do you like them long?
Okay, here's the thing. I love the feeling of them short like this.
Yeah.
And obviously they're more convenient.
Right.
And when I type on my keyboard, there's something about I love the feeling of my fingertips on the keyboard.
Mhm.
So all those normal things.
Yeah.
But this is where I think it goes back to, do I want gray hair or do I want, a color, like what's easier, what's more comfortable?
Uh-huh.
It's the short, okay? But the more glam are Kelly's nails, which are out to here. I love them both. My personality has both,
Okay.
I'm
So then you just
I'm a half tomboy, half glam.
Yeah.
So
then
I'm
you
just
gotta go with what you're
I'm
feeling
warning
each
all
time.
of you. I'm warning all of you. It's gonna be soon that I like probably the next podcast.
Yeah.
I'll probably be sporting my 80s long nails.
And I think you should.
Okay, thank you.
Because I think you have to, again, it goes back to what makes you
Happy.
feel
And yeah.
happy and most like yourself,
Yeah.
not your listeners or your, you know what I mean?
But the funny thing is, probably Kelly is probably looking at my nails going, "Ooh, I shouldn't have gone long. I love Bridget's short, sparkly nails." So we're both,
Yeah.
it's weird.
Yeah.
Ladies, we're weird sometimes. We're weird.
So actually, I want to stay on this topic.
Yeah. Of
It's
course.
really off topic.
Mhm.
Because there are so many different, what's that called? Shapes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And my nail lady's like, what shape would you like? And I'm like, lady, I don't know. You're the one who does the nails, not me.
Yeah. What's in? What are people doing? That's what I always ask. Yeah.
And well, I'm not a fan of that like skinny though.
Oh, the coffin, the almond. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's not my thing. Again, if that's your thing, I'm happy for you. That's what you need to put on your nails. I'm not dissing it.
My gal in Costa Rica does that to my nails every time I go in.
Yeah.
I don't always go to get my nails done when I'm in Costa Rica, but a couple of times that I have gotten my nails fixed or polished or done at the little salon in Costa Rica, she Costa Rica-izes my nails.
Interesting.
She does, and they're long, and she really did them pointy one time. I'll see if I can find them.
I think it's also a generational thing. Like I think our,
is that your normal shape?
This is my normal shape.
Okay.
And I think that we are more of the square, kind of roundy.
I can't do round. I can't.
I think the younger kids do the
correct. Yes.
pointy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just what
I've done the pointy. They look pretty.
Yeah. They're very pretty.
I like the square, but
I have short fat fingers anyway, and I don't.
You
think
don't.
That
You do not.
I don't think that the pointy. It would just look. I have to.
Well, pointy doesn't match the athletic wear that you.
Yeah, true. It's not my vibe.
It's not your like. I could. I don't even. My vibe changes every day, so I don't know. Like I got these done for Valentine's Day and been so far away. Like, why would I do that?
I did that too.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going the day after Valentine's Day for the next one.
What are you gonna do? What do you think? It is spring. Is it spring? Are we in spring yet?
No, we got 40 some days.
Oh, why did somebody tell me?
By the time this is out. Yes, we're in spring.
Yeah, because turquoise is always a good choice. Turquoise is always
I know.
a good choice.
I love turquoise. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We'll wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Remember the fountain of youth. Whether you go gracefully or kicking and screaming, you have to do what works best for you, right?
Yeah, but definitely we're going to say strength training. Like take that away from today. Take that away. Strength train every single day, regardless of your age and regardless of your history.
Yep. Because if you fail to prepare to be frail.
Oh, say that again.
If you fail to prepare to be frail. Yeah. And nobody wants to be frail. Come on.
Okay.
All right. That's it.
Love you. Stay sun-kissed and sassy.
And keep showing up for yourself. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for listening.